Hello YouTube, how's it going? Retro Dave Nintendo back, and yeah, this is a video response to Matt, Soulfunkretro. Yeah, he's putting up some really interesting videos recently. He's a fairly new YouTuber, so go and check him out. But yeah, he put a video up yesterday, basically saying, how does your collection make you feel? And he basically started explaining that, you know, he doesn't necessarily have to sit and play his games at a time to appreciate the games. You know, just being in his game room, picking off games off the shelf, brings back memories of, you know, times in his life when he had those games. And you know, Shock's done a video response, and a few people left some good comments. And I mean, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna put my 2 pence worth in. So yeah, I mean, I totally agree with Matt. For me, it's all about enjoying the game for everything. It's not just the game, it's like the artwork, it's the memories attached to it, it's that whole kind of, that whole time. For me, the 90s was great for music, dance music, games, old films. Yeah, for me it's kind of, yeah, I just really enjoyed the 90s, not so much like, without going too like into it, you know, I didn't have the best childhood in the world. I didn't have a really shit one, don't get me wrong, you know, I did, but I didn't have the best for various reasons. But I remember playing the games were positive, and I know I used to play the games that I had, you know, the NES, the SNES and stuff like that, and the Game Boy, and I used to have really good time playing those, and I still do now. I don't have all these games because I still want to be a child, you know, it's not like that. But they're games I've always enjoyed playing, games I've played on systems that I've grown to love, and I still enjoy playing the games today. I think the games still hold up well. I don't think, you know, not saying all new games are bad, but you know, some of the old games are still good, still playable. Yes, you know, there's a lot of nostalgia driven into it. You know, I'm not trying to kid myself or anyone else, but I just enjoy the games from back in the day. Same as music. You know, I think like music for me is the same. I'm sure I can vouch for most of you guys watching. I can put on a tape or a CD or a song that an old classic dance song from like 1993 or something, and instantly you hear that song and it takes you back to like when you first heard it, what you were doing, were you out and about on your bike with your mates, and you know, it does kick that memory in. And the games is exactly the same thing. Games like music, you know, you have that link to either a certain game or that certain time. Yeah, and it does bring back some memories, and you know, and I do like to just, you know, sit out here. Sometimes I can't be bothered, I'm too tired to actually play any games. I'll sit on the computer, the laptop, you know, whatever I had at the time, just watching some videos, you know, pouncing around on Facebook or whatever, just being out here with the stuff, you know, with the stuff that I love, the games and the, you know, the magazines and music. I just put the music on, just enjoy being out here, you know, like, you know, I'm happy at home, I've, you know, got a job and missus and kids and stuff, you know, and that's all fine. But you know, you know, being an adult, it has, you know, its responsibilities, work, everything else, and the stresses of day-to-day life. But then I come out here and it's like I walk in this room and I feel relaxed, you know, I feel like, right, I can unwind, you know, this is like my little chill out space, you know. My missus likes to chill out, sits on her iPad, listens to music, plays Candy Crush, reads a book. You know, that's how she likes to unwind and have her downtime for an hour or so. And I enjoy coming out here, kicking back, feet up, play some games, eat some sweets, have a can of fucking beer, Coke, whatever. You know, that for me, this is my unwind time. This is my like my sanctuary of just chilling out, kicking back and having a good time, listening to some old music. I can come out here, I can crank up a bit of drum and bass or an old tape, or I can stick a game on quite loud and just play the game, you know. That for me, that's what it's all about, you know. It's not all about just playing the games. I do like to just look around the collection, pick things up, put things back, move things around, always reorganising, always think, oh, maybe that will look better there, moving stuff around. Yeah, and just, you know, just enjoying being out here with the games and stuff and the music and stuff that I love. And as you can see behind me, I've kind of got a different angle now for this video. And I just kind of want to bring to attention certain games. I don't want this to spoil any kind of like room tour that's going to be coming up. But I just want to give you an idea, if I can try and hone this camera in a little bit. And just kind of highlight these two shelves here. Here we go. So, all these NES games up here. There we go, try and get my hand steady. And all the SNES games here. So all these ones that are faced outwards that I can see, I like that for a reason, and that is because these games all have some kind of significance to me. And that is being, I either had them, pardon me, I either had them originally back in the day. These are part of my original like games collection. You know, obviously I've rebought them, but they're the games that I used to play back in the day. So some I used to own, and some I used to rent or play around friends or family members' house. Yeah, so they're there, and I like to see them. I want to look at the box art. You know, I want to look at the Mario Kart blue box. You know, the F-Zero, the Zelda, the Zombies, and the Gore Patrol. You know, and I enjoy just coming out here, and I just come out like this, and I look at that, I come in and think, yeah, that looks awesome. You know, I look at them games and just think that's great, you know. And everything else, you know, all the games at the bottom shelf, you know, some of them I've had and I've played before back in the day, and some are completely new experiences, you know, as with a lot of these things. You know, we didn't play every single game back in the day because we couldn't, you know. Back then, you didn't have the money, your parents didn't get you as many games as you'd want. I mean, I don't know about you, but I used to love, you know, walking around Woolworths, walking around Toys R Us, look at the games and think, oh my god, you know, I used to have dreams of having like loads of like Nintendo games, you know. And it's like, in a way, it's kind of, I'm making that dream come true now. You know, I'm old enough, big enough and ugly enough to buy my own games, and kind of fulfill that dream I had of having all the games I wanted for that system. You know, the NES and the SNES are my two favourite systems, and I'm in a position now where I can buy the games I want to buy. And, you know, through the power of the internet, I'm discovering games for these systems that I've never have heard of until a few years ago, you know, and I'm experiencing, you know, some great games on my favourite consoles, and, you know, it's great, you know, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy, you know, picking the games up, playing the games, learning new stuff about the consoles, and, you know, hidden gems that I never knew about, and and just playing and enjoying the games that I do have the fond memories of. Yeah, I hope some of this waffle just makes sense, but yeah, you get the idea. You know, I think everyone has got their own memories attached to certain things. You know, whether they're good or bad, I'd like to think that people are doing this or into collecting things for the positives, for the good reasons, not the bad. You know, everything in here I'm really, really happy with. I'm really happy with, you know, the collection. I'm really happy with what I've got. Yeah, you know, and, I mean, I'm just going to give you an example. See, the thing is, I don't want to go too much into this, because this is actually an idea for a video that I've got anyway, where I want to go over basically my whole collection of my childhood collection, basically all the systems and games that I had back in the day, and go in like chronological order and explain, you know, how I started off, what I got, what I played, memories of renting games, and so on. You know, and that is something I want to do later on, so I don't want to spoil it too much. But I'm just going to give you, like, come over here, I'm just going to give you an idea, like, for example. So, just as an example, right, so when I see Batman, so I look at that, and that is the first game I ever rented. So that is the second cartridge that ever went in my original NES back in the day. You know, and I look at that, and I just remember going in that shop, like the rental stall. It was like an indoor market, and I remember picking that game up. My dad putting it on the counter and getting like a video case with like the instructions and the cartridge, and I can just remember doing that. And I remember going home, playing it. Yeah, and I still love playing it now. But that's just like one example, you know. So all these games that I've got like like a photo image or a very small snippet of like a memory attached to it, you know. Like you say, like Shock said, you're kind of buying your memories, if that makes sense. But to me, it's more than that. It's more than just the memory. It's I don't know, I'll say everything, but I just love the whole experience, the whole thing, from owning the game to seeing the artwork on the shelf to playing it to looking at it and triggering that time you remember. Just like I said with music, you know, you listen to a song, comes on the radio, I'm not, you know, whatever region you're from, but you listen to like History on the radio between like 11 and 12 and they play an hour of old school, and like it's all 90s stuff, and I bet everyone that listens to it goes mad for it because it takes them back to, oh, you know, when I heard that I was at a school disco, when I heard that I was going out with someone from school in year fucking 7 or whatever. Yeah, it's the same thing. Music, games, I see it as the same thing with the memories. Yeah, I really am waffling 11 minutes talking complete bollocks, but yeah, I hope I've come across well and you understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm really happy with the collection, really enjoy looking at the games, playing the games, and I'm sure most of you guys do as well. Yeah, I'm not going to harp on too much more, but if you haven't watched Matt's video, please do. I'll try and, if I remember, put a link to his video in the box below. Go and check him out, give him a subscribe if you haven't already, go and check him out. But yeah, really great stuff, and a great video. Really enjoyed doing a response to this one. Take it easy, guys, and yeah, I'll catch you soon for another video.